You're finally going on a date with someone you've been dying to impress. You know she's smart, funny, and stunning in a way that words don't even capture. You've planned the evening down to the smallest detail. This is your chance. The one shot that could either lead to something unforgettable or end in a story you cringe about for years. The truth is, first dates are loaded with hidden traps, mistakes most guys make without even realizing. But what if I told you that just a handful of small missteps could destroy any chance of a second date? That with just one wrong move, you could go from "this guy could be the one" to "please never text me again." Today, I'm not just here to talk about dating advice. I'm going to reveal the 10 first date mistakes that almost every guy stumbles into, and exactly how to avoid them. These aren't just minor slip-ups, each one is a potential disaster, a moment where things could go terribly wrong if you don't handle it right. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the essential first date minefield, and how to make sure you're not the one left standing alone. Let's start with the most surprising deal-breaker mistake men make, the one that can end your date before you even say hello. 1. Being late. The first impression often sets the tone for the entire date. When you show up late, it can signal a lack of respect for her time or even a lack of interest. Being punctual is an effortless way to start things right. How to avoid it? Plan ahead. Check the route, consider traffic, and aim to arrive at least 5 to 10 minutes early. It's better to wait a few minutes than leave her wondering if you're standing her up. 2. Talking too much about yourself. The last thing anyone wants on a first date is to feel like they're at a monologue. You may want to impress her by talking about your accomplishments or funny stories, but if you dominate the conversation, she'll feel like you're more interested in yourself than in getting to know her. How to avoid it? For every story or point you share, follow up with a question about her. Think of it as a game of conversational ping pong. Your goal is to keep the dialogue balanced, with each of you sharing and responding equally. 3. Bringing up your ex. Nothing kills a first date faster than mentioning past relationships. Bringing up your ex, even casually, can make it seem like you're still hung up on the past, or it might make her feel compared. How to avoid it? If the topic of past relationships comes up, keep it brief and neutral. Remember, this date is about getting to know each other and starting fresh, not dredging up history. 4. Checking your phone. This is a big one. We live in a digital age, but that doesn't mean your phone should have a seat at the table. Constantly checking your phone can make her feel unimportant and like your mind is somewhere else. How to avoid it? Before the date, put your phone on silent or vibrate and keep it in your pocket. Make a conscious effort to be fully present in the moment. This shows her that she has your undivided attention, and trust me, that goes a long way. 5. Getting too personal too soon. On a first date, you're just scratching the surface of getting to know each other. Bringing up overly personal or intimate details can make her feel uncomfortable or pressured. How to avoid it? Focus on light and enjoyable topics. Instead of deep diving into family traumas or political debates, stick to fun stories, favorite hobbies, or recent movies. Save the heavy stuff for later dates, once you're both more comfortable. 6. Being overly critical or negative. Nothing is more off-putting than someone who constantly complains. Whether it's the food, the ambience, or life in general, negativity can make a date feel like a drag. No one wants to be around a buzzkill. How to avoid it? Even if things aren't perfect, keep the energy positive. Compliment the place, talk about things you enjoy, and focus on making the experience as uplifting as possible. Positivity is contagious, and she'll appreciate that upbeat vibe. 7. Bragging or trying too hard to impress. Confidence is attractive, but arrogance is not. If you're constantly dropping names, talking about money, or showing off, it can come across as insecure or disingenuous. How to avoid it? Remember, humility speaks volumes. Be yourself, Share genuinely and let your personality shine through naturally. Instead of impressing her with material things, impress her by being authentic and attentive. 8. Being rude to the waitstaff. How you treat others is a window into who you are as a person. If you're dismissive or rude to the waitstaff, she'll take it as a sign of how you might treat her in the future. How to avoid it. Be courteous and polite, not only to her, but to everyone around you. A simple thank you or please shows that you're considerate and respectful. Small gestures make a big impression. 9. Talking about money too soon. While financial stability is important in any relationship, it's not exactly first date material. Talking about money can make the interaction feel transactional or shallow. How to avoid it. If money does come up, keep it light. Focus on getting to know each other's interests and values, rather than diving into bank accounts and budgets. There will be time for those conversations if things move forward. 10. Not listening or engaging. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is simply not being present. She might be sharing something meaningful or interesting, and if you're nodding off or spacing out, it's game over. How to avoid it. Engage with her story, respond thoughtfully, and show genuine curiosity. A simple nod or eye contact goes a long way, and when you actively listen, it lets her know you value what she's saying. And there you have it, the 10 first date mistakes men make and how to avoid each one. First dates don't have to be a nerve-wracking minefield. With a little attention to detail and genuine interest, you can make sure you avoid these pitfalls and start building something special. If you enjoyed these tips and want more insights into dating, relationships, and becoming the best version of yourself, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.